Yeah, hi peeps, it's Tersse back in old Squat Box again, still on the old idea of eating horses and other stuff, because let's face it, we really don't know what the fuck's in most of the stuff we eat. So this next bunch of clips will be trying to source horse meat in Britain. Can it be done? And what's actually in the kebabs, curries and, you know, beef burgers that you, hot dogs and stuff you eat at night when you're out on the town on the piss. Is it any better than eating horse meat? Well, let's find out, should we?
Our diners may be refusing Shergar shepherd's pie, but is the rest of the nation hungry for horse meat? Our Lone Ranger Hayden Prowse thinks it is, and he's got the bit between his teeth.
I don't know, if I found out I'd been eating horse when I thought it was cow, I'd be pretty pissed off. But then again, isn't a horse just like a really, really fit cow?
That's the way the guys that run this South London pub see it. Horse burgers have been galloping off their menu ever since the scandal hit.
Just serving it for 2 weeks, and in that 2 weeks we've sold over 250 burgers, which is absolutely astonishing. We source all our meat from down the road at Borough Market. Right. We serve things like crocodile, ostrich, wild boar. Wow. We've done zebra before, which is probably the closest relative to horse, but it's never been this popular. The horse is just too hot.
Is this just a fad? Is it a London-centric thing, or do you think it's got legs across the UK?
Well, it's worked for us, hasn't it? Yeah. It's really worked for us.
If I'm going to start the horse meat revolution, I should probably taste the horse burger, so at least I know what I'm spreading. Yes. So, yeah, bring me a horse burger.
Yes, sir.
Whilst they're grilling My Little Pony, I want to know if anywhere outside London stocks Shergar.
Oh, hello. I was just wondering if you stocked horse meat. I'm looking for some pony fillets. I'm serious. You don't sell any horse meat at all. Why are you laughing? No, don't go, Michelle! I just got hung up on for asking for horse. It's that contentious. I can't believe it. It's just a horse.
I only found a couple of places to purchase pony outside the M25. So for now, it seems as though London's leading the horse race.
Thanks, Benny. Still have some tomato sauce in there. Is that good?
Yeah, that's all good. All good. Enjoy yourself.
Thanks, mate.
And I'm off.
Good. Really good.
If my revolution's going to happen, I need a critical mass of supporters to kickstart it. So, I'm recruiting from a group who'll eat basically anything: students.
Horse, would you do it?
In what context?
Like, eat it?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. Leaner meat, less fat on the bone. I need more convincing.
Steak. See the
Steak.
meat then in the backet.
Lasagna.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Yeah.
Break it in gently.
Donkey kebab.
I would try it, I don't know. Cook me a burger with horse meat and I'll think about it.
Still.
Sounds good to me.
If I'm serious about starting a horse meat revolution, I guess the first thing that I've got to do is make sure the supply chain is in place. I'm going to go and source a horse.
It's about what is really in our food. Will people still want it? Putting his horse meat revolution on pause, no horse shit Hayden here, along with a little help from Gillen, set out to discover if the nation could stomach the truth.
So you think you'd have been happier if the labels on your ready meals had said that horse meat was really in there? Is honest food labelling really the way forward?
I'm here at a market stall with honestly labelled products to see if customers are ready to learn the truth and then still put that truth in their mouth.
Gil and I took some standard supermarket staples and changed the labels. So this time, you get to see what's really in your food, in plain English.
Come and get your synthetic sausages here. Piggish food? Anyone?
It's fat, bristle, collagen, connective tissue, Kia. You need real guts to sell this food. And eyelids, and chin, and lips.
I'm out trying to drum up some interest from passers-by, while Gil rustles up some pork sausages. Well, I say pork, it's part pig, part crushed insect, or what the supermarkets call cochineal, and the outside is cow.
most of the sausage here is just going to be water,
Yeah.
and that just makes them stick to the bottom of the pan.
Right.
It's more of an illusion as opposed to a sausage.
So, will anyone actually eat my watery mutant illusions?
Before you eat, do you want to know what you're eating? Or? Yeah, it's made out of crushed up insects.
Porky type things that resemble pig.
These do have crushed boiled insects in them.
Really?
Colour and flavouring.
I'm so unhappy that you gave this to me.
What about our next product, mechanically recovered chicken with added pig fat, or, as they're usually known, hot dogs? In plain English, they're made from old chicken carcasses.
You put these into like basically a big press, right, and squash them and squash them and squash them. Eventually all this stuff comes out as like a gloopy liquid. Sort of really solid. Yeah, really solid. That kind of pink slurry. Pink slurry. Yeah.
So, armed with that knowledge, would you eat another hot dog?
It's so long since it's resembled an actual animal that we can't even legally call it meat.
It's mechanically reclaimed chicken.
There you go.
Creative labelling is not just confined to food. My rather expensive ale actually contains fish bladders.
If I just offered you this ale with no label on it for free, you'd probably take it.
I probably would. But yeah, I guess with that labelling it would put me off.
So you're literally being put off by my honesty?
Yeah. No, I think I'm going to go vegetarian.
There is no doubt at all that it's my honesty that people are finding hard to swallow. So, is it any wonder food labels aren't always entirely upfront?
So much for truth and honesty then. As soon as we're upfront with the labels, people just don't want to buy it. Now, while that stuff sounds horrible, Surinder, is it actually harmful?
No, I think this is stuff that we're just squeamish about. This is really nutritious stuff we've got in front of us here.
It certainly looks good.
So we've got heart here with lots of connective tissue. Now, if we just get hold of that there. Now, connective tissue is this kind of stuff here. When you have anything that says it's got meat on the label, it will naturally have bits of connective tissue that connects it to tendons and other parts of the animal on it. You're looking, but you don't want to touch it, do you?
No, I don't, thank you.
And so this is perfectly normal. You want to have a hold of that? So this is... There you go.
Oh. I love it when you dangle it. You tease.
Can I touch it? Yeah. Oh. There's some lung.
Suddenly, Claire perks up when the lung comes out.
Oh, really weird.
Yeah.
Nothing. Come on.
Isn't this part of the problem?
You've eaten some of that from your takeaway, Marvin.
That you're happy. People are happy to have kind of processed mush because it doesn't look like an identifiable bit of an animal, but actually, this is the liver especially is highly nutritious stuff, and we're able to kind of face what it is we're eating and not be so squeamish. We could probably eat a bit better. This
connective tissue is making me pine for horse. And on that subject, what are you cooking up over there now, Gillen? What can you tell me?
There's onions in it.
There's okay, there's onions in it.
And horse.
Onions and horse. I think it smells quite good, no?
Smells good.
I can understand why you four were resistant to the idea of the tartare, the raw horse. But this, surely, sizzling away, nice smell.
Still not. No, it's still the principle of...
If I didn't see that, I think I'd have tried it.
So if Pinocchio wasn't in the room...
Yeah, I'd have tried it.
Interesting. Very interesting. Obviously, not every horse, like good old Pinocchio over here, was born to tread the board. Some nags live a far less show-busy life. Here's Hayden with the second leg of his horse meat revolution.
So I found some horses on the internet, but it's kind of hard to tell whether they make good eating or not. I need to meet one in the flesh. So what I need is a horse shop, but I can't see myself finding one in London. So what I need to do is get out of town into the country. Beautiful day in Herefordshire, and we're here at a horse auction, and it's a little bit awkward because most people are here to buy horses to ride, and I'm here to try and buy one to eat. Would you eat horses?
No, definitely not. I personally wouldn't eat horse, but then I haven't got any objections to somebody else who would eat horse. I don't think I would order it in a restaurant, no.
Okay. Would you sell me a horse if you knew I was going to eat it?
No. I don't like the thought of my horses going for meat.
I promise I won't buy any of your horses to eat. But where are they? Are they over?
Not everyone I meet is as sentimental.
You've actually eaten horse?
Oh yes.
Wow.
People think that because they're pretty and you ride them and you call them trigger, that you don't eat them. Cows are pretty, pigs are pretty, sheep are pretty.
Right.
So, even horsey people don't seem that bothered about eating what they ride.
There are basically two ways of buying meat in bulk. One is a carcass and the other is what's called on the hoof, which essentially means a live animal. Now, part of the problem has been when you hack meat up, it's very hard to work out what's what. And I don't want any beef contaminating my horse burger, so I'm going to try and source a horse on the hoof. Tiny. Not much more than an hors d'oeuvre, is it? Really?
Nope.
I wonder if there's a graph with an x-axis and a y-axis of cuteness and guilt, and the guilt is directly proportional to how cute the animal is. Oh, you have a little kiss. Oh, very sweet, but perhaps not big enough. Yeah, possibly slightly intense. Potential size 0 model. To be honest, they seem to be getting smaller. I'm going to go and find a stallion. Now that's more like it.
Turns out horses aren't all that dear. I could have easily picked up a pony for, well, a pony. A nice meaty horse could yield about 200 kilograms of flesh, which would make around 1,600 quarter-pounders and me a potential profit of a couple of grand.
Would you say this is a meaty horse?
No, it wouldn't be good for the meat trade.
No, why not?
It's too big a bone.
Really?
More bone, less flesh.
I clearly know sod all about choosing a horse on the hoof, but it's not been a total washout.
I think what's been most surprising from this horse market is how few people actually morally object to eating horse. They may not eat them themselves because they own them as pets or they ride them, but they don't think it's necessarily a bad thing, so I feel slightly absolved. There's actually a lot more meat on you than you might think.
So Gillen, we've seen from Hayden's travels that horse meat is not widely available in the UK. So where did you get this horse from?
Well, actually, sadly, we had to source this horse from Uruguay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why sadly?
Well, you know, horses in this country, I mean, people shouldn't be under any illusion. A lot of horses from this country get transported to Europe to be slaughtered there for sale on the continent. I just think it's, you know, it's a little bit of a shame that, you know, we have this great source of meat that we're not able to access. At the end of the day, a horse has to be disposed of in the proper manner. And that either means selling it to somebody else for whatever it is they want to use it, or having it destroyed.
And how confident are you that we're going to get some of our diners interested in this dish?
Well, actually, this time I think we might have a little bit better of a chance.
Are you ready? Shall we go and try it out? Okay. For your second course and your second choice, Gillen's been lovingly preparing over there.
So this time we have steak haché, better known as horse meatballs.
So it's time to decide again for the second time whether you're going to eat these fine horse meatballs. Rihanna?
Well, it doesn't look like horse, and I've had unlimited amount of takeaways that have like scalp in it and stuff, so I'm going to give it a go.
Andy?
For me, I think this is an easier decision from earlier, so yay.
Christina?
It smells so nice, Gillen. I know it's gonna lie to you, but I can't do it. Sorry, it's a nay.
Yeah, it does look very nice. Better from the first one, but I'm gonna stick to what I said before anyway. Nay.
It looks very nice, but like from the beginning I said no, and I still mean it. Nay.
I think growing up around horses, I definitely can't eat that. So again, it's a nay from me.
You four are quite tough nuts to crack. Let's dole these out then.
Thank you. You guys are going to go hungry now. They do look good. It smells really meaty.
You four are missing out.
I want to know.
That tastes really nice. That's really good.
You are bad.
I like it.
It doesn't feel right. Not like... I'm thinking of like beef meatballs. That's too... I don't know, it just doesn't...
Too horsey.
Yeah.
But you would have thought that would be more nice than the raw one. Because I thought that looks more appealing to eat than the raw.
I keep picturing the horse's face in my mind every chew.
It does do
What's
that,
behind you?
It does.
Yeah.
With the other one, it didn't look like horse, but that does.
That's the second course, Gillen, and 4 of them are still resisting.
I know, I thought I had it with this one. I mean, who can't resist a plate of nice meatballs and tomato sauce?
I know what's wrong with these people.